Mm, Oh, this music always gets me to a certain place. Now, Tuan, did you know that this track right here was the background music, if you will, to my ribbon dancing routine that I was performing to get into the Olympic trials?
I did not know that.
Yep. But I blew up my meniscus, blew up my knee, blew up my turducken, and never danced again.
Yeah. Wow.
So now it's just now I'm just the host of a podcast called We're Number One, the podcast, currently ranked number 54,612 on Spotify.
Almost there.
But guys, today I am joined by the OG of my real estate career, and I'll talk to you about that in a little bit here. Tuan Trinh, aka Tuan Cena, aka LaTuan James, aka Tuan Bon Jovi, aka this Panda of Destruction, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What's up, Tuan?
Thanks for having me, D-Rock.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much, like legit, for being here. For those of you that don't know this, and I don't think anybody of you would know this, but Tuan was kind of like, he was the Tony Stark or the Spider-Man maybe of this franchise here. He started it all. Like he came up with the idea of this podcast so long ago. He's like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the OG of it.
Yeah, I remember talking to Dan. I know Dan looks up to me and
in every way,
right?
Even in head size.
I am his mentor and his role model, but he doesn't like to admit it. But 8 months ago, he was doing a vibe sesh with Siobhan. Is it Siobhan?
Yeah,
Shay. And then I said, Dan, yo, what's up with this podcast? Because I think you would kill it.
Hell yeah, man. And you definitely encouraged me for this. And here we go. We spent, my broker spent around, $74,000. I have no idea how much this shit cost on the studio to make this thing happen, man.
Right. And I think we agreed to 20% revenue off the top.
Goes straight to I take 20, you take 80. That's what the contract said, right?
I love those numbers.
So Tuan, man, I mentioned you in the hype there, the OG of my real estate career. You were one of the very first people locally that I met that was just like, okay, this person's like actually a solid, real cool, not cookie cutter person. And of course, met a few of those people at the same time too, but you're the only one that like I still stay in touch with that I think is, again, I would still consider to be a dear, like deep friend in the industry, man.
I appreciate it, Dan. Yeah. You and I met, 10-ish years ago?
Probably. It feels like that. Yeah. I mean, you were still in the old hive, the red and white hive in Waterford Lakes and stuff. I think what I saw you had like just a small little like desk, right? Or a cubicle kind of shared space kind of thing, right? Like that was the start of where I think I met you.
Yeah, I think they stuck us all the new agents in the basement. Or
right.
we had to work in the parking lot.
I saw one old 1970s Tupperware bowl that I don't know if you guys shared that to drink out of or do something else with, but there was just that in the room, the dungeon there. And I think you guys had like a dial-up internet connection on one computer in that dungeon.
Yeah, there was a lot of hazing that went on. And, we had to run around the parking lot, topless a few times.
My God.
None of that never happened.
The old school real estate stuff. And this is again where the point, I think you and I, Tuan, are getting there sooner. Normally there's a point in every episode where I do a good job of making sure that we'll probably get canceled before the next episode.
Got it.
But I think, this is where we're 4 minutes in. Mm-hmm. That's a record there, right there. Touch that fist.
Cool.
Actually, I'm going to hit with their soundbite right here.
Damn, Gina.
That's what it is.
Damn, Gina. Like
that. So talk to me a little bit about the rise of Tuan. So from that dark cellar, to where you are now, which again, you are part of the redefinition, I think, of modern Orlando, truly. And so you're out there, making a difference in the lives of the people that you work with, but also again, reshaping the community in some ways. So talk to them a little bit about what you do right now, Tuan.
What I do right now, let's see. I think in synopsis, it's all about creating wealth through real estate. Sure. And I think that's the transition that I've moved towards, from being a single agent to team of the year, 2015, drinking that Kool-Aid at KW, it was delish. But you realize after a while that, it's a roller coaster. It's emotions. It's tied to your phone. It's doing open houses. It's, working on weekends. So there has to be a point in your life you're like, hey man, like, do I want to continue this ride or is this shit gonna get old? And so 6 years ago, I decided, hey man, like, let's try this and let's try to make a better life.
Okay.
And let's see where it takes us, right?
All right.
Because we often fail at shit we don't like. Why don't we fail at something we kind of enjoy? That's Jim Carrey. Damn, Gina.
That's a good line.
Jim Carrey stole that. But yeah, so that's where I'm at today, man. Like I still do the traditional stuff, but where I'm passionate at is all about building that better life for other agents and for myself, obviously.
That's awesome, man. And you came in not too long ago to one of our offices and, just gave a open gospel of kind of what that looks like. Right. And there's a lot to be had out there that I think, and real estate's like the best industry. And I think in many ways, one of the ways in this context is that you can practice legal insider trading, basically, right? What's coming up, what's going down, all this inventory that we have, essentially, access to, why not have a slice of it for yourself? Because life does change when you start doing that.
Yeah. It's about, you already know the shit. You already know what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going out there and making bad deals or being scandalous or being dishonest.
Right.
You're actually just going out there and seeing what works for everybody.
Right.
So if it benefits you in some way, then great. You pick up 1 or 2 deals and add to your portfolio.
Sure.
But if it doesn't, man, there are other deals out there. So I think it's all about who you are, like knowing who you are,
right,
and who you want to be. So once you figure out who you are, then you can strategize on where you want to be and who you want to be.
Okay, so talk to me about that for a second, and we're going to come back to this topic too, because this is one that has a lot of unpacking with it. Who you are, right? And so I know a fair bit about some of the bullet points of your history, right? From hibachi chef to CrossFit Zaddy to destruction of Panda of Destruction again. So tell us a little bit about the story of Tuan. If we're the Book of Tuan, I feel like it's such a regal name, like the Book of Tuan. Tell us what are some pages in there, man.
Man, it has to go way back in the day, right? So 78, war-torn Vietnam.
Okay.
War's over. My parents had a decision to make. Hey, do we stick around and see where this goes, or do we balance and try to have a better life for our kids?
Mm-hmm.
4 kids. My parents were crazy back then. I guess they didn't have cable TV or Facebook or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? You have 4 kids.
Let's make our friends.
Right. So they said, hey, dude, we're balancing. So jumped on a banana boat, a fishing boat, stuck out at sea for 11 days. And then we got rescued by an American ship. Stayed in a refugee camp in Hong Kong for 2 years. And then there was a small, tiny church in Leesburg, Florida,
which is like the Hong Kong of Central Florida is
right.
what I've heard it be described.
Yes, it's the Bangkok of all of America. Decided, hey, dude, like we want to make a difference and adopt a family. And so we got chosen. So they picked us up, brought me and my 3 sisters, and my mom was pregnant at that time.
Jeez.
Like, why the fuck would we have another kid at that point? But so long story short, that was 40 years ago. And so that's really, the gratitude and the appreciation that I have for everything that's out there. Because, fuck, man, like my life could have been totally different, right? So,
jeez.
Yeah, so worked hard. The church was going to sponsor and take care of us for 2 years, but after a year, we were self-sufficient.
Okay.
Just watching my parents work hard, 16-hour days for many and many years just to provide a better life for us kids. So that's really like the core of, what drives me and the essence of my story.
No doubt.
So then, University of Florida, Gator.
Yeah.
Tebow. So went to Florida, came out, did a bunch of weird shit like retail store manager. But
what kind of store did you manage? I want to know. I want to see Tuan, or imagine Tuan in the retail space here.
Man, Tuan in the retail store. It was, that's where I really honed the customer service aspect of things, right? Because most of the time people were very pissed off, right? And I was at the very inception of what wireless was. When you paid for like 10 minutes for $80 a month.
Oh boy.
And shit would never work and the phone would break once you open it out of the box, right?
Sure.
And the rock bottom of all customer service companies out there at the time was Sprint. because they really didn't give a fuck. Like
Right.
it's just like, do you want to use this phone or you don't want to use this phone? And we had this red phone in this room that people had to go to if they had a complaint. Like if you came into my store and you had a complaint, we were like, hey, go sit in that room and pick up that red phone.
On the red phone?
Yes. So
so
that was really about
Jesus.
taking the blows and how do you adjust? How do you find solutions? How do you find a common ground? Because right at the end of the day, they're not really pissed at you; they're just pissed at the situation.
Correct. Yeah.
So I think that's where where my customer service centric abilities came from.
Okay.
Years and years and years in wireless retail.
Sure.
Then I decided, one day some dude came in and he would buy the most expensive phone out there, and I was like, dude, this guy's a baller. Then he'd come back the next week and buy the another phone. I'm like, hey man, like I see you in here. Like, what's your deal? Like, you selling kilos out of your truck?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I thought of.
Right? Do you import, export? Right. Like, what's going on? So he said, hey man, like I'm in real estate. So at that moment,
which didn't take him out of the realm of doing the kilos. Still.
Right? Yeah, he's probably still a drug deal. But yeah, so then I said, hey man, like if this guy can do it, why don't I have a plan B? So I got my real estate license. But I didn't do shit with it for 2 years.
Okay.
And so like I sat on it, but I knew that one day I'd be sick and tired of talking about, wireless chargers and rate plans and why my phone doesn't work.
Right.
But at the time, man, I was making great money.
Okay.
I came and gone as I went. So jumped into real estate, networked with a guy who was like a VP of Pulte.
Okay.
Homes.
Yep.
And at that time, he's like, hey man, like anytime you want a gig, holler at me, I'll get you in. So one day I was tired of talking about, phone chargers. And so I said, let's do it. So I jumped in 2006 in new home sales. Pulte.
Fantastic.
Great timing.
Cannonball right into that industry, baby.
Great timing. Anyways, so worked at Pulte. Everyone was losing their house. The world was coming to an end. And we were sitting in these model homes and nobody was walking in, walking out. And I was like, fuck, like did I make the right choice?
Right.
Jumped to KB Homes, even worse, right? Because now you're dealing with a builder that you got to pay for, drywall in your garage.
Sure.
And it's like, but people would buy that. Still same thing. People are losing their homes, bad time. But in that journey, I really learned about how stuff is built, right?
Okay.
Who builds the houses. At the end of the day, it's the same people that build all these houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
How houses are built, how mortgages are laid out, things like that. So then I jumped to general real estate. I worked for an REO broker as a buyer's agent, and we were selling houses in Poinciana for like $30,000, right? So, and we're slinging those things left and right.
Sure.
But even at that time, it was a little weird because it's just like, bro, like I don't know where this is gonna go. So fast forward, KW, they injected me with the Kool-Aid and said, hey man, like
you had the injection, you didn't have to drink it. That's awesome.
They hit me with the Kool-Aid right in the neck, and they said, hey man, the grass is greener on the other side. There's these things called listings. Fantastic. It's God's gift to man.
Of course, yeah.
And
from the hand of Gary Keller. Right there.
Right. Did that for a couple years. I mean, what was that? 5 or 6 years. Met a lot of cool people, right?
Sure.
A lot of great people.
Some great people there.
Great foundation. In KW, their whole thing is it's a numbers thing, right?
Yeah.
You do this, you do it multiple times, you track this, and you'll get good. You'll get deals done. Right. But like a lot of people out there, we get in real estate because we don't like to follow the rules. Right. And that's especially me.
Yeah, for sure. It's like everyone's like 6th or 7th attempt at a career in real estate. And I mean, it's what makes it kind of really fucking cool.
Yeah. And you could be and do anything you want.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, hey man, like I don't want this big, massive team. Like that's not my thing. Right. So, and I don't want to continue to drink the Kool-Aid. So then I said, hey man, like let's jump ship and join this dude downtown and who was slaying some shit in the investment world and the development world. I'm like, let's learn about this. So cool. 6 years and here I'm at.
Bam, baby. You want to hit you one of these again?
Damn, Gina. Damn.
That's awesome, man. And so let's talk about how you approach what you do. So this goes back again to defining you, which by the way, holy shit, your story is amazing. I mean, and again, like there's so many parts in there that I didn't get to hear, but it sounds like, I mean, you would have every reason and every excuse to be somebody different than who you are right now, right? And you've taken the chance and taken the opportunity to be Tuan Trinh, the one that we know, which is, again, like, if you aren't, if you don't know him yet, I think you are understanding that there's something special about Tuan. Seriously, there's never been a scowl on your face. There's never been, a negative, energy around you, even in stressful situations. I mean, you're cool as shit.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. And I know that's a hard thing to, I mean, it's people say, oh, it just comes natural for like guys like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. I mean, nothing like, none of this is natural.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's something that I know that you work on and you're able to ride. That's definitely appreciated out there. But you do approach it differently. Right. And I think it's been cool for me to see over the last few years, especially, you really kind of, further fly that freak flag, so to speak. And again, that's when kind of the panda of destruction comes into play. And so I always like to reference this because this is when you kind of like got into like doing your own flips and stuff, right? Is this the video that I'm about to reference?
A lot of us click on these social media platforms and it's the same shit over and over. Look at this house. Look at my buyers. And you know what? At the beginning, I was very guilty of that too. But I was just like, let's shake this shit up a little bit. Like, let's be different. Let's be weird. Let's be authentic. And I think that's why you and I gravitate towards each other.
I think so too.
Because it's tribe and vibe, and that's, be authentic to yourself. And those are like the core values that I've always wanted to live by. And so, like, I'm a weird dude, right? And I find a lot of shit funny. Maybe it's funny, maybe it's not. Maybe it's inappropriate. Most of the time, it's inappropriate. But like, the shit to me is funny. So, that's where that came.
Yeah, and so that video, because just describe it. It opens up, and the way that I remember it, maybe it's going through this home, and it's definitely under construction, or you hope it is at least, right? You have like the buckets of KFC right there. You have all the Home Depot stuff. I mean, everything just looks like a mess. And you wind your way through all the way to the back room, and you see this really swole dude, because you were in CrossFit right at the time.
I'm still big, bro.
Hell yeah, still. I mean, get the epinephrine pin out here. This guy is swollen, right? So yeah, so out there, he's got his tankless, or his tank on, sleeveless shirt. Sledgehammer, was that your weapon of choice?
Weapon of choice.
And it didn't stop there, right? You had a full size, full on like panda helmet, like the mascot type, wearing that, and you swung. Like that
shit was heavy, bro.
I bet you. I mean,
CrossFit, no CrossFit. That shit was heavy.
I mean, that right there is. I mean, it stops you. It's memorable. It's a scroll breaker, right? You're going 90 miles an hour with your thumb on social media, and all of a sudden you see that shit, and you're stopping. I mean, that's what it needs to be. That's what good marketing does these days. And again, here it is, 5-6 years later, and we're still talking about it. I mean, that's awesome. You've had some fun with it since then. So talk to me about, again, some of the things. I mean, do you ever get, because I for sure get this on a weekly basis, but do you get, checked by those other people out there in the industry saying, oh, that's not professional, I would never work with that guy, blah, 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 blah. Like, do you ever get that, Tuan?
Yeah, I mean, you always get the dude in the khaki, double pleated with, 16
My haters
tags.
are like triple pleated khakis.
Right, with the blazer. But, they can run that's the beauty of this business, where you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Exactly.
Right. You want to wear khakis and a blazer and a tuxedo and in summer heat, have at
Rock
it,
man.
Right.
Yeah.
But I always I need to feel comfortable, and I need you to feel comfortable.
Right.
And what I've learned is it doesn't matter what you say or what is printed on your name tag or where you rank in real trends, right?
Or how many Home Snap awards you have.
Right. Yeah. Home Snap awards that you buy anyways. It really matters about how you make the other person feel. Right. So I like to invoke emotion.
Sure.
I think that the news does a great job of this. The news will invoke fear, scare tactics. Sometimes they'll throw in like at the very end, baby goats, and you're like, oh, that's cute,
Right.
But that's the job of the news, is just to invoke emotion.
Sure.
And I think people will remember that. People won't remember the stuff you've said to them, the things you talked about,
Correct.
how you made them feel.
Yeah.
Right? So my weapon of choice has always been, let's make them smile. Let's make them laugh, because the shit's funny to me, and I'm gonna laugh with you. So, the crazy thing about that video is I got a few deals, off market deals from it.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, there are some haters out there, but they don't pay my bills.
There's no way ever to avoid the haters. And I always reference this too. Like, if you think of like a pure like celebrity figure, like a Tom Hanks or a, Keanu Reeves, I guarantee you there's still Facebook groups out there like fuck Tom Hanks or fuck Keanu. Like, I mean, there's nothing that you can do that in life, no matter, that doesn't grab negative attention to it, right? And so it's just understand that proportionality of it. Like, okay, are there more people that here that enjoy me and find something of value in me, or people that are wanting to work against me or whatever? And if you're the latter one, I think you're technically a villain at that point. But I think that's what it comes down to, because we do get checked, all the time for stuff like that. But here's the majesty of it is, again, one of the reasons, again, real estate's so amazing is because everyone needs what we sell. It's shelter and space in some form, right? And so when you can go out there and put the panda helmet on, when you can go out there and, again, get that smile in whatever way that you can get that, those people are responding to something in you that they haven't found someplace else. And so those panda head wearers, or whatever that may represent, it's not just you. There's gonna be tens of thousands of people that vibe with that too. And guess what? They also need a place to live.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so I love it when agents step into that realm of really realizing who they are. Frankly, that's what I'm in this business for, to do that. And I love seeing people alongside out there doing just what you're doing there, Tuan, too, because, again, it's massively needed. It's not just fun to look at. It doesn't, it's not for entertainment's sake. It is a meaningful change that you are a part of. And when it's, because, again, these people, like we said before, real estate's maybe a multiple attempt at making something happen in their life, right? They're tired of being beaten down. They're tired of, being a slave to the punch clock, or, the time clock, or whatever it is. And they get into real estate because they believe that they're taking, their life by the horns here. But more often than not, they end up still kind of an employee. But
Sure.
The fucked up thing is that they're paying a split or a fee or something. And so now they're paying to be an employee, which is actually a step back from where they were before.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And so I love seeing, again, what you've been doing out there, man. Really, really seriously have.
Thank you.
Of course.
And I don't know how you can hate on Andy from Toy Story, right? Tom Hanks is a fucking god,
dude.
Right? Like, how do you hate Tom Hanks?
Oh, but I mean, this is not.
Like, what kind of hell do you live in that you hate fucking?
This is not the Joe Rogan experience here, but I heard that time, like, there was the whole weird Illuminati or whatever the hell it was a few years ago. Like, Tom Hanks was apparently the leader of that to some people. Like, so it's just, that's my point. Weird shit's out there, dude, and people all the time. So speaking of weird shit, Tuan, one thing I know about you, and correct me if I'm wrong here, part of your marketing in the past, you incentivized your people with tacos that conveyed, right? With your listings, did you get free tacos or something?
Free tacos, man. Free. I did a little listing one time with a writer. It said, you buy this house and you get free tacos, right?
Sweet.
So it's just standing out, right, from the crowd.
Yeah.
And I got some haters on it, but the house sold, so who cares? And I think it's all about doing it your way, right? So back to my journey and back to my story, right? So growing up, man, like, my parents decide, hey, let's go buy a business in Lake County, Florida. And I was in middle school. I was like, fuck, like, Lake County, what? Right. There are no like brown people in Lake County. So they stuck me in, cow country, Tavares, Florida, to go to school. And it's all about, I was different, and I didn't belong. So it was all about, how do I be open-minded enough to belong? Because, middle school is a weird time anyways, right?
Totally.
You think you're an adult, but you're really a kid. And,
right.
And weird shit happens. And so, like, I think that was part of my journey, right? Is the belonging phases and being comfortable in your skin. Because, at that age, you weren't really comfortable anyways, right? And you didn't want to be different. You wanted to be like everybody else. But I think as you grow older, you're more apt to be comfortable in who you are. And I don't want to be like Joe Realtor with the double pleated khakis and the double name tag, because that shit wasn't me. Right. I want to be the dude that rocks a tank top to a listing. And
because those arms are massively impressive.
They see the definition and they sign right on the line.
Exactly.
They don't care what price it is. They'll do it for 8%. So that's the secret sauce. But it's all about being comfortable in your skin, knowing who you are, and just being yourself. And I think that's the shit that you and I preach all the time. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people aren't comfortable with that, right? Everybody wants to be like the Kardashian. I don't want to be a fucking Kardashian.
Neither do I, man. Or a Jenner or anybody affiliated.
Yeah, those people are disgusting to me. But
I wouldn't mind like plugging into like the Kanye or the Pete Davidson for like a weekend like VR experience. But beyond that, I'm happy being me, dude. Mm-hmm. So I referenced the tacos because, Tuan, we're going to surprise you with a brand new segment on this show. Woo! Okay, we hired Michael Bolton to sing the intro here. So it goes, Does It Taco? And so this section of the show is called Does It Taco, Tuan. And so right now, you brought some ingredients with you, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Let's go and bring those ingredients out here, okay?
Okay.
And
so part of the part of our contract that we signed and is notarized was I could bring you stuff that was non-lethal. So
non-lethal, yes. Food, exactly.
Non-lethal food that was
Right.
ingestible. So, that was, holy shit, what do you got here? So that was our deal.
Mhm.
So you go for it, ladies first, age before beauty. What's going on?
We're going to do the same time here. So we're going to prepare everything that we brought,
Oh.
and we're going to see if it tacos. And so we're going to test it out in taco format and see if it hits, if it slaps, right? And so, Tuan, what as we set this up, what have you brought?
Oh shit!
Yes.
What,
I'm already in love with this.
What didn't I bring? All right, so we're gonna start out with.
Yes.
Let's start out with some balut. So balut.
This is legit balut.
Or
like
somewhat.
Oh
balut.
my god.
It's semi balut. So balut is really duck eggs.
Right.
So think about an egg, but think of like a baby Donald duck inside, right? With
Right.
the head and all that.
Yeah.
But it's a street fair food that you go to Asia
Right.
and they eat that shit on the street.
I'm familiar with it.
Oh, you had balut?
I've never had it. I've seen it before. So, okay, holy shit.
So this is the white man's balut because it's cooked and the head's not there and there's no hair, no beef.
But there's still parts in there.
Yes.
And if for anybody this is the real deal. If you have an affinity or a trigger towards this aversion, this is all CGI. This is we're hitting this in post right now. This is just green screen eggs here. Okay, so holy cow, we have that. Fantastic. Have you ever had a balut taco before, Tuan?
I have never had a balut taco. Actually, I'm on a balut free diet right now, so it's all you right now.
Oh,
I got six
no,
baluts.
I'm going down this log flume ride by myself.
Yes,
I'm taking the Splash Mountain photo by myself. Having a good time.
Right.
All right, fantastic. And so, is all this these accoutrements, are these a part of this, or are these separate?
I didn't know what like if we were limited to numbers of stuff.
No, come on.
So back to balut duck egg. It's an aphrodisiac.
Okay, so Justin, watch out.
Yes, Justin, you're in trouble.
Anybody in the room, watch out.
Right. Aphrodisiac, so things may get weird.
Okay.
And then a lot of pregnant women ate it. So if
may become pregnant.
Yes, you may become
kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, circa.
The second thing I brought is called durian. And have you ever heard of durian? What do you know about durian, dude?
I know it's a fruit and it's like stinky cheese.
No, it's an 80s band that said
Eye
the Tiger.
Durian.
Yeah. So Durian was an 80s band that had a poster on the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a stinky fruit. It's usually bigger. It's like a spiny pineapple, but when you chop it, it smells like raw sewage. But it also tastes like raw sewage, but it's delicious. So,
but I know for sure that because we texted about this randomly that you're not on a durian-free diet though.
So it's keto. It's just water and bread for me right now. I'm trying to get beach body ready right now for my next listing appointment, of course. Of course. So the next thing I brought was fish sauce. Have you had fish sauce?
I have had fish sauce. I do like fish sauce. I'm down with the fish sauce.
So fish sauce is like the number one condiment of Vietnamese people, right?
Right. It's like the ketchup.
It's the ketchup of Vietnam. And the crazy thing about fish sauce is my parents was from a coastal town called Phan Thi.
Okay.
So it was on the coast, and they were known for their fish sauce.
Okay.
So basically how they make fish sauce is they slap a bunch of fish on the roof, and they sit in the sun, and then all the water that comes from
that's how it's made?
That's how it's made. So you get...
Dope. That's pretty cool.
Also smells like raw sewage.
Yay.
Yes, but delicious when you taste it.
Fantastic.
My sodium count per doctor is pretty high, so I can't have any fish sauce today. So
I feel like you're really fucking bullshitting me here, man.
So to change it up a little bit, we're still in the continent, but we have a little kimchi, right?
Yeah, man, kimchi.
What you know about kimchi, Dan?
It's like a fermented like sauerkraut kind of thing in a way, in some way.
Yeah, so it's the national dish of Korea. Right?
I didn't know that.
Yes, so kimchi is like the French fries of Korea. Like anywhere you go, they'll give you fucking kimchi. Right?
Okay.
Don't rub it in your eye because it'll burn.
Should I rub any of this food in my eye?
Probably not.
Okay.
It really
All
says,
right. So just good rule of thumb: don't rub any of the food in my eye right now.
so it's fermented cabbage with a lot of fish sauce, a lot of spices.
Okay.
The way you really make it is they put all this shit in a barrel and they put it in the ground and it sits. It's like a time capsule of food, right?
That's such an eloquent way of saying
beautiful.
old food.
It's old as fuck.
It's time capsules.
But yeah, so you eat it. It's actually between all of that, I think that the doctor allowed me to eat a little kimchi.
Okay, great.
So,
okay, very good. So
what do you want to attack first, man? Like this balut?
yeah, I think that's a book, right? Eat the balut first,
balut.
Eat the frog first, or something.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to tackle this up. Now, I mean, I feel silly. I feel inadequate here because I brought stuff that. Let's see. So let's do yours first here, Tuan.
Oh shit.
Now, okay. So are you having this with me or not, Tuan?
I don't think
a bite.
so,
you got to see if there's a taco.
Yeah,
you got to see if it's tacos.
We need scissors.
We need.
Justin,
I actually have a knife.
Oh damn!
I got
Come
a knife
packing,
here.
man.
I come packing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, this is shell too.
Shell.
This is not the Americanized like it's soft boiled and
No.
Are these cage free?
They're organic, cage free.
Oh shit!
All right,
I
now
feel.
you gotta crack it.
Oh my god!
You see any beak or hair?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is happening right now.
Yeah.
Shit. I just like a hard-boiled egg. Just go in there.
Yeah, you just go in there, you eat it.
All right. Let's put this right here.
Pregnant women eat this stuff, so you gotta outdo the pregnant women.
That's one thing I stand for is to always outflex a pregnant woman. If I see one, I'm challenging them to a walk-off, a sprint off.
So we're gonna put this on a taco and eat it with whipped cream. Is that what?
Well,
what's going on?
mine was going to be something. I have more stuff here. I think you can do this, but should we have anything else on this, or is it just going to be?
I say we do it one at a time. I don't know how much time you got.
Oh my god!
I think we may clear the building with this durian.
I'm afraid my thumb's going to go through it and just poke it, and
it's good.
All right, I'm getting so much balut underneath my fingernail here.
Yeah.
Do you have that problem? Am I missing? Is there people that are really good at eating crab? They can and just dismantle it in 3 seconds.
How's it go again? No, they don't crab like that, man. Are you Colombian or are you Brazilian?
I'm neither of those two, dog.
Okay.
Mexican, Spanish, Portuguese, Navajo.
Oh yeah,
I got some thumbnail in it now too. All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh baby.
Oh boy, is that the head?
That's the.
Is that a boy duck or girl duck?
Here we go.
Yeah, have at it, dude.
All right, so here we are trying out balut, and we're seeing does it taco. All right.
Taco.
So we're having nice standard corn tortilla as they do.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is such a good idea. This podcast.
Yeah. Ooh. What's it taste like, man? It's good for the intestine, man.
Holy. Okay.
Do you want to make sweet love right now? Is that
what
you're feeling?
I'm feeling an overwhelming just wave of sensuality.
Yeah.
As I eat this. And this is Tuan.
Yeah.
So right now what I'm doing is I'm channeling that first swallow right there. Wow. That's very salty.
Yeah.
It's very salty. I'm channeling my inner Mexicanity.
Yeah.
Okay. We eat stuff too, man. So I'm going back to my grandma's kitchen, the town they, lived in for a while.
Did you get a head or a beak?
I think anus.
Oh, anus. It's the equivalent of eating a Casey and JoJo album in your mouth. So
baby.
That's not how it goes.
It's
yeah. There's 4 more if you want to take that.
I can't swallow it. I just keep chewing it.
Because you got an eyeball or something like that, man.
Okay. All right.
Wow. So balut. What do you want to go next? Let's do.
That's definitely tacos. That is.
Is that taco?
Holy shit!
Oh shit! I spilled this.
Oh, I hope you just got that spritz on camera.
Yeah.
The still wasn't even a thing. It's just laying on there.
It's good, man. It's safe. I saw the old lady make it in the back.
Perfect.
She's good. Yeah.
All right. So Tuan, here we go. You're gonna do this with me though, too, dog.
Yeah. Let's do some kimchi. We got.
But I mean, I feel like this will taco pretty well because we have some. What are some of your favorite spots around town to get some good Korean food or Vietnamese like anything? It's little Soto just down the block here, but
Dude, I'm a big fan of pho, right? Forget about it. No,
Get my knife in there and get it.
Pho is it's a beef noodle soup.
Hell yeah.
But anytime you want to win a taco challenge, dude, like with all my neighbors, anytime we have a cook-off, my go-to is kimchi and pulled pork.
Okay.
And the people go crazy, man. The people go wild.
That's the jam right there.
That's the jam because they've never had it, and it changes their life. It's life-changing.
Let's see. You like how we're just doing this with my knife?
Yeah, it's very sanitary.
This knife has never been washed before.
No COVID.
It's stabbed, so don't worry. I saw the old lady put it together.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
all right, cheers.
Cheers to the kimchi.
Cheers. Kimchi.
All right, boom.
Go.
Well, I'll fuck with that.
Mm-hmm. And it's a probiotic. So
is it really?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have. What's in me right now, Tuan? We have you said a aphrodisiac, a probiotic. All right. Yep. Wonderful. What else do I need to have like the balanced diet of Tuan? This is your breakfast typically, right?
Yeah, man. This is the main staple of everything I eat. But you may want to do the aphrodisiac before you do the probiotic section.
Just to kind of, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna open this durian up.
Hell yeah.
All right, have at it, dude.
Let's do it.
It's sealed.
I mean, is it really though? We just saw what this was. There was no effervescence.
She put duct tape on it. It's good.
Is that a sick joke? One duct tape.
Duct tape.
I get
good,
it.
See what I did there? Hey, Justin, you want to try any of this, man?
He's definitely trying it. He's definitely trying it.
I got.
This smells like shit already. I haven't even opened it.
Does it?
This is this is coming in a Tupperware.
Hey, it's for good luck, man. I'm trying to have you live for 1,000 years. It's not. Ooh,
that hits.
Oh yeah, baby.
And this is shit.
We need a cologne. Dude, if you had a cologne, it would sell many bottles.
Oh, brother. All right. So do I just take a dab? I mean,
it's frozen, so we can put it in ice cream or on a cone for you.
See. I'm just going to.
Yeah.
I want to think of like a custard, like a durian custard.
There you go. Put it on your taco. This taco.
This smells like Halloween Horror Nights at the end of the night.
Yes. Oh, man.
Is this a lot, or is this like a dabble do ya, or is it like, hey, pile it on, Chuck?
Well, the real women in Asia eat the whole fruit in one sitting, but
like I don't.
Holy shit!
I'm good. Like I don't feel like late. Like, all right, I'm just gonna go for it.
Do it.
What'll this do for me, Tuan?
It'll make you live 1,000 years.
Increase my vertical leap by 6 inches.
Yes.
Oh God.
What do you think, man? Does it taco? Is it the smell that gets you, or is it the fruit that gets you? You smell that, Justin? What does it smell like, bud? You gotta swallow it, man.
Oh,
yeah.
This is
the most amazing thing you've ever had. I know.
This is evil. Here's why. Only one reason, I think.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal, but hold on.
That was the only criteria. But did you die?
Yet. What's a hard one to swallow? Okay. All right.
You put that on some balut, man.
Oh,
that's where it's at. If you want to be a big baller.
Okay, so here's why this is evil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some things like one. Thank you for that, Tuan. That was
You're welcome.
That was delightful.
Damn, Gina.
That was delightful. That was ethereal. Some things that are hard to eat on the palate right away, they dissipate.
Right.
And like you have this whole, it unlocks a whole, like
right.
what you're there for, right?
Yeah,
like behind the spice, then you have the nice flavors. This is evil because first hit, it tastes like sweet. Oh, this is like a candy, almost like a banana or something like that.
Right.
And then it just socks you in the back of the head with stank.
Yeah.
But that doesn't go away. That's every bite that you take.
Sure.
Okay, maybe it's getting better. Nope, here's some more stank. That's what that is.
So what I hear you saying is this would make a great trick-or-treating treat for all the kids in the neighborhood.
Hell yes. Little, what you should do is
Durian
take these
fruit.
and get the little capsules in pill form and just hand these out to the pills to the kids. And Tuan's trick or treat, exactly.
Stay off my lawn.
Exactly.
Asshole.
Well, okay, so now I'm gonna bring out, and I was gonna
wait. You have a little fish sauce.
We're gonna just a shooter, right?
No, you don't shoot it. It's like ketchup. You fucking shoot ketchup, you sicko. How do you open this thing?
A knife, just stab it.
Okay. There we go. And of course, you can take all this home. You know, these are.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait.
I want to be like.
I'm going back for this.
Oh no, just stick your hand in there. Oh, just rub it on your gums a little bit.
Okay, so this is what I just love. I just want to draw attention to this, guys. Okay, so when I said, "Joy, just shoot it," Tuan says, "No, you psychopath. Would you shoot ketchup?" But apparently, Tuan just sticking his fingers in ketchup all day.
Right. Yeah.
That's the world I want to live in. I want to see you through the window. Just that's Tuan. That's not the fish sauce that I know.
What kind of fish sauce do you go get, bro?
That's not the fish sauce I know.
It tastes like feet.
I just
alone.
It smell my pinky.
Right. Yes. Smells like your first girlfriend, right? But
oh my god,
you don't eat that shit alone. It's like it's more like a marinade. Company. Right? It's a marinade. You're not supposed to eat that shit alone, man. Oh, you should have known that, Dan.
I'm gonna start drinking alone tonight after this. All right,
fish sauce 101, man.
Oh my god, I went in there way too hot. I was like, I know what this is. Easy.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was bad. Yeah. I mean, not. Again, we love all cultures and backgrounds here.
Yes.
That was horrible.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, so this is you got to try this one, all right?
All right, what do you got?
Now, I was just gonna try the more Americanized version here. One of the because you mentioned some of these are the staples in Vietnam or Korea here.
Yeah.
What's America known for? Hold on, before you answer that. Time, right? We're always rushed. Everything's on the go, instant now, whatever, right? And so sometimes you have a hard time getting your food, getting a good balanced breakfast. I like to start the day with breakfast, okay?
Yep.
I'm a breakfast guy. Give it to me all day, every day.
Yeah.
Bacon, yes, please.
Yes.
So I know that sometimes I like sweet or savory. So what we're going to be doing here, and this is going to be for you, Tuan, all right?
Oh, delicious.
All right. So I know you're conscientious of carbs, so I'll take one of these patties away here. All right. So we have a what do you call this?
Egg McMuffin.
We have to call it McMuffin because we don't to get sued here.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing. Now I was going to make these into two, but again, because we are rushed on time here, I also like cereal quite a bit as well.
Okay.
So I wanted to test that to see if cereal.
Are you trying to give me diabetes or what?
There's no try, Tuan. There's just do. And so here we have McMuffin, egg, cheese, and sausage.
Yes.
With some coconut whipped cream because I know that you watch the dairy stuff.
Right.
And we have some wonderful cinnamon toast crunch because we can't say the full brand name on here. So breakfast on the go because you're out there slaying it every day, right? So I want to make sure that you have enough time here to enjoy a well-balanced breakfast. Let's see if the American breakfast tacos.
This is the Dan special right here?
That's a Dan special. That's how I have 6 of those every morning. Every morning. Hell yeah, baby. This is more for me than it is for you, I think. That looks good. How would you describe the notes in there?
Well, what you taste first is the life leaving your body because
that's what I love about it.
It takes years out of your life.
Right.
So you got sugar on top of fat, on top of more sugar and carbs. So
you described like one of your first college parties, right? There's sugar on top of fat.
So anything that could kill you and that you can put in your mouth, that's what you put on this taco. So
hell yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
So does a taco?
It does taco.
Nice. Here's a paper towel for each one or something there.
Thank you.
We can't say paper towel. This has been fantastic. Now before, because I feel like we need to save ourselves here. This was more than I thought it to be. Tuan here.
Better or worse?
This was dialed in, baby. This was I was imagining a 40. This was at least a 66. So this is fantastic.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that, Tuan. And Tuan, actually, one thing here before we kind of get into the last segment, for finer things like this, ingredients, right, recipes. How do people get in contact with you if they want to know how to navigate the ethnic section at the grocery store. All this was at Publix, right? They had Balut at Publix. And,
Oh yeah, man. Whole Foods all day. Yeah. Amazon, hit that up. Prime.
Yeah.
You can find me on the IG, right?
Okay.
So at Trend Realty Group, you can find me there.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, there's how many Asian dudes do you know named Tuan? So I think if you want to find me, it's not gonna be hard, right? So my name's not Bill or Bob or John. So,
right. There's no Smith involved.
Yeah, no Smith. So yeah, I'm local downtown. My office is right next to Stasio. So if you go there or Sidewards,
sure,
you go in there for a beer, some balut. I have some balut for you.
That's one thing I love with my buddy Tuan. He always has a little balut for you.
Yeah, a little balut. But yeah, that's where I'm at, man, most of the time. So let's hang out, have a drink, and let's talk some shit.
I love that, man. So one last thing, just because again, just What's
your favorite, by the way? If you had to pick.
Oh God, dang it! That's like, do you want to get kicked in the shin or the other shin?
Right.
Because I'm a sick dude, I want the durian. I think was my favorite, just because again it was the most punishing to me.
Yeah.
The balut in my mind was the most problematic for me, but just simply, I mean, just taking that away, just focus on the taste.
Yeah.
It was. I like salty.
Sure.
And so that was I was happy to try that because I have wanted to always try it. I really did.
Yes. But this is the PG version. I need to get you like
the one that has a crunch.
NC-17 with like the head still moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have the full experience.
Right,
the real D, not the
2D.
The real D.
Yeah, the real D.
Yeah. Perfect. So so that was so the durian. I think because again, like I said, it was just relentless waves of I'm coming out of this, and then all of a sudden. Crash down, just dunking on you.
Yeah.
What was, since you're asking, what's your favorite part of what I made for you there, Tuan?
I mean, it's all good, man. Who doesn't? It's like the same people who hate Tom Hanks. Like, what is there not to like on this thing?
I love your perspective on that.
It's cinnamon toast crunch with sugar and meat and bread.
When you say it like that, I mean, stop it right there. Write the copy. That's take it to market.
It's Christmas on a plate, man.
Like sugar and meat. Nice. Okay, man. So give some people some advice out there on anything like regarding on like how to establish yourself as an individual in often a tired market or industry, or just, I mean, anything. Like what's some sage advice from Tuan here, man?
Sage advice. I think it's all about you are where you're at because you decided this 5 years ago, and you need to think about where you want to be in the next 5 years. So none of this shit happens overnight. But if you start now, the next 5 years of your life could be life-changing. So I think you just need to know who you are and who you want to be and where you want to go, right? And I think those are the tough questions. If you ask yourself every day, I think there's a fulfilling, great life out there for you. So that's
I hope you guys that are listening to that understand that and remember that, because I mean we often forget the foresight. We often forget to put our feet in the ground and just go for it in a sense, right? Because everything again is like, I'm trying this, it doesn't feel good, it's uncomfortable, I'm out, I'm dipping, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that you said, Tuan, I know for sure that you've applied, and I've seen it, from my perspective, happen for you. And that's an amazing thing, dude.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. I love seeing what you've been doing with the industry, getting people to fly that freak flag and getting those same people to kind of find their own way.
Yeah.
And it's not about, door knocking and cold calling and all that shit. You can do business and in the right way. And I think that I got to thank you for that, because we need more Dans and less people with name tags and pleated khakis. So thank you, Dan.
Hell yeah, Tuan. Always, brother. Always. So thanks for going the distance with me. I knew this was going to be just absolutely spectacular.
Thanks,
definitely
man.
lived up to it, man. And for those of you that are watching or listening to this, good for you, because this place smells just spectacular right now. But please make sure you get in touch with Tuan. He is the guy, the person to know. He's an open source, whether you're curious about something, whether it be this food here or good real ass real estate, he's got you covered on all those platforms there. So again, Tuan, touch that fist one more time. Give me a good old half fashion.
Damn, Gina.
There we go. And brother, thanks for being who you are. All right. And Tuan, because of the show, thanks for being number one as well.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me.
See you guys.